Ladies and gentlemen, please bear with me for 2 minutes as I introduce our keynote speaker today and a dear guest of Bulgaria, the Secretary General of the United Nations, Mr. Ban Ki-moon, who arrived in Sofia yesterday on a bilateral visit, and we thought it would be a good idea to hijack him for an hour for the event today. Secretary General Ban Ki-moon is one of the people who has invested a lot of time in facilitating and helping achieve peace in one of the most difficult conflicts that the world has seen in the last few years, and this is the conflict in Darfur and the Sudan. His efforts are recognized by the international community as being in the forefront of working very closely with the authorities and with all parties in the Sudan to make sure that the UN is present there at a time of difficulty and assisting the humanitarian needs and the peacekeeping needs of people on the ground. His efforts are also very much recognized by those who believe that one of the greatest challenges of the United Nations today and over the next few years will be to manage one of the longest deadlocks in the UN system, and this is the Conference on Disarmament, which has effectively been in a deadlock for about 17 or 18 years now. And I think all of us who believe that weapons of mass destruction are one of the greatest challenges to the security of the world welcome very much everything that Secretary General has done to work closely with the member states of the United Nations and with all concerned parties so that we can, I hope, one day achieve the breakthrough that we need to achieve in that conference and update the global non-proliferation regime in a way that it serves better the purposes of today. I'm very happy that he is here to speak with us on issues that are relevant for the Middle East, for the region that is transforming, because the United Nations is not just an organization, not just the global organization in which we all come together, but an organization that must be very flexible and work very closely with all, and be involved very much in all conflicts and help in their resolution. The efforts that the UN is now undertaking to ensure also to facilitate access of humanitarian aid to those parts of North Africa that are currently in the throngs of conflict, to ensure that international law is served, to ensure that the resolutions of the UN Security Council are implemented to their letter and to their spirit, are recognized by all. And I hope that in his speech, the Secretary General will also give us some of his wisdom as to the direction of the relationship that Europe and the Middle East can take in supporting transition and working to better the lives of human beings around the world. In closing, let me say that everyone was surprised by the revolutions in the Arab world, except nobody noticed that the only organization that wasn't surprised was the United Nations, and indeed it was the UNDP. And if all of you have a little bit of time to go back into the archives of the UNDP, you will find a report from, I think it was 2005, the first Arab Human Development Report, in which a lot of what was said over the last 2 days has been noted as a trend, and the warning signs were already there. So thank you very much, Secretary General, for being here with us today, and I'm honored to give you the floor.